Hi everyone, myself Dr. S.P. Saranya, working at Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science in the Department of Commerce with Computer Application. In this session, we are going to see about the understanding formal arguments in Python programming language. So in previous session, we saw about the functions. So now we have to know about the formal arguments. So actually arguments, it has two types. First one is formal arguments. Another one is actual arguments. So when we define a function in Python, we usually give it some input values so that it can perform a specific task. These inputs are handled through the arguments or parameters. So it has two types, formal arguments and actual arguments. So what is formal arguments? These are variables or names that we write inside the function definition. It acts as a placeholders for the data that will be passed to the function when it's called. On the other hand, actual arguments, that means that real values that we pass when calling the functions. For example, define greet, that is name, within bracket name. So print hello name. So the word name is a formal argument, and a print hello name. So that is represent a value that function will receive. And then next, the real data that is sent to the function, inside the function the value will substituted in place of the formal argument. So we can say the formal arguments are like empty containers waiting to receive data from actual arguments. I think now it's clear. So what is the purpose of formal arguments? That means the main purpose of formal argument is to receive data from the function call and use it inside the function. They help the function become flexible and reusable. So because we can give different input values, each item we can call it. For example, a function that adds two numbers can work for any pair of numbers if we use formal arguments. So types of formal arguments. So first one is positional arguments, and then default arguments, and then keyword variable arguments. So what is the positional arguments? This is the most common type. The values are passed to the function in the same order and the parameters are defined. It is called position argument. And then keyword arguments, by using the parameter name, this is called keyword argument. And on the other hand, default arguments, that means sometimes we want a parameter to have a default value. That means if the caller does not provide a value, the function will use the default one. And finally, variable length argument. It's sometimes we don't know about the how many arguments will be passed. In that case, we use a special syntax, asterisk arguments. It collects all external positional argument into a tuple. So fifth one is keyword variable length arguments. And the keyword is asterisk KWARGS, that is arguments. Similarly, when we want to accept any number or keyword arguments, we can use the keyword variable length arguments. So positional and only keyword arguments. In the latest version of Python, we can also specify the position only arguments by using slash symbol, and the keyword only arguments using asterisk symbol. So advantage of position arguments is simplicity, performance and compatibility. So simplicity, that means its positional arguments are straightforward to use. It's making function call easy to read and understand, especially for simple operations. So performance, in that case, they are generally faster than keyword argument, as there is no need for more resolution, which can be beneficial in performance critical applications. So third advantage is compatibility. Many existing libraries and frameworks utilize positional arguments, ensuring compatibility and ease case of integration with standard Python practices. So this is the limitation of positional argument: order dependency and readability issues and no default values. This is the limitation of positional arguments. So here I list out the best practices for using positional arguments. So first one is list the number of arguments. Second, use clear naming convention. Third one, combining with keyword arguments. So first one is process D. To enhance readability, keep the number of positional arguments to a minimum level. And second one, use clear naming convention. It use descriptive parameter names to clarify the purpose. And third one is it enhance the flexibility by allowing user to specify only the parameter they need. So this is the example of positional arguments, basic example, and multiple arguments, and real world applications. So basic example is a simple function like a definition greet name print hello. It utilizes the positional argument to greet the user by name. So here name is the positional argument. So on the other hand, multiple arguments in function like a definition calculate area, return length and width, positional arguments are used to calculate the area of rectangle. So and finally, real world application, a function defining a product, for example, define create product, name, price, category, and etc. We have to put it here. Uses positional arguments to provide essential product details and demonstrating practical usage. So finally conclude arguments, formal arguments. So positional arguments are foundation of Python programming. It facilitating clearing and efficient function calls. So it has the future explorer, then argument types such as keyword, variable length arguments. Thank you for watching.